Hello, Divine Feminines. I have a special Divine Masculine reading for you guys today. I hope you guys like it. I am doing it in more of a traditional relationship spread on Sundays. So it'll be a Divine Masculine reading that is kind of centered upon where the two of you are at currently in your shared energy with each other, and then also in your kind of 3D, experience with each other. So it's spiritual and or it's on the spiritual, the physical, and the mental plane with you and your Divine Masculine. So we're going to get into this reading right now. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys enjoy this reading. We are so close to 1,000, and I am so grateful for all of your support. I can't even believe that we're hitting this milestone. I'm really, truly grateful and excited for all of those that have signed up already and are participating in our amazing group calls and the one-on-ones that we've had. Every single one of them have been amazing. And the tarot readings too, you guys. The opportunity to work with you guys is an absolute blessing that I treasure and honor. So thanks to all of you for your support. And if you guys haven't already done so and you like this video or you like our channel and you like watching our videos, please like and subscribe. It really helps us to be able to get out there and to reach other twin flames. All right, so the first card that I'm going to draw for you guys today is a card that is based on the present situation with you and your Divine Masculine. And for this, we have the Emperor in reverse. It looks like things with your Divine Masculine and you have been kind of still very much in many ways on the mental plane. What I mean by that is it's very 3D, okay? The mind and the physical are all part of the mind is metaphysical, and the 3D is definitely physical. But the mind is still something that is external from you. It is still something that is separate from the spiritual plane. You have three planes of existence, which is the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And you are balancing all of those out. They all are absolutely entangled with each other. They correspond to each other. So essentially what that means is on the mental plane, it's definitely affecting the spiritual and the physical. If it's happening on the physical plane, the mental and the spiritual are also entangled within that, and they correspond to that, and vice versa, the spiritual plane. Learning these natural laws of how things function in the universe is going to help you a lot on your twin flame journey. Because that's the purpose of meeting your twin flame, is to awaken you to the greater mysteries of the universe. And it's our twin flame and the whole process that we go through, even the running, chasing phase, that wakes us up to this. So right now in the current situation, there's still a lot of mental perceptions and programming that needs to be broken down and maybe restructured. The mental plane's not bad. It's actually phenomenal. It's one of the creative planes that create the universe. So it's not bad, but it's like anything else. We have to learn how to use it appropriately so that we don't manifest things into our reality that don't serve us well and aren't what we really, really want. They're not aligned with us. And so there's still some alignment that needs to be done with you and your Divine Masculine on the mental plane, okay? Which means you need to watch your thoughts. Be present and watch your thoughts, Divine Feminine. Don't worry about what's going on so much with your Divine Masculine. I promise you, Source is working with them just like they're working with you. It's about putting your trust and faith into Source, okay? All right, so this next card is Recent past. What's been going on in recent past with you and your divine masculine? There has been a desire for both of you. Now remember, you guys have a shared energy. So even though sometimes can appear as opposites between the two of you, the root cause is always the same. It only looks opposite on the 3D dualistic plane, okay? So security, long-term security, a strong desire for that is something that has really been a motivating factor for both of you in why you do the things that you do, why certain decisions and choices are made. And that is a lot of mind stuff. This is the things that need to be either cultivated and strengthened, if they are things that serve you well, or there are things that just need to be completely like let go of and basically thrown out. So that is what has been going on in the recent past with you guys. There's a strong need for feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling accepted. And you've felt that on one level. Your divine masculine has felt it in another way. Again, you and your divine masculine are both ascending, and you're both going through an awakening. But how it's going to look for you and how it's going to manifest for you as the divine feminine isn't going to be how it manifests exactly for your divine masculine. It's their own journey and their own experience. Now, again, this is something that the mind gets really confused with separation consciousness. You guys are one being. I used as an example the other day with one of my beautiful students an analogy about the hands. You have two hands, and you might be doing two different tasks, right? But they're not separate. They're part of one body. And so even though they're doing separate things, they're still part of one body. So one body, two hands. Remember, you are one and the same being with your twin flame. So it's two bodies, one soul. The soul is orchestrating itself through both of you. And this is the soul's ascension. It's the true self's ascension. So of course they're going through this. And it's a matter of you bringing the mind and the body, which is what you are not, although you might be identified with that on many levels. We all are, because we're here in this realm, and that was part of what we're here to transcend and overcome is the mind and duality. It's all a learning experience that we actually chose to come here and have. But in that transcendence, we start to realize what unity consciousness is and how we are all one at the core, which is when we collapse duality and really step into self-mastery. And that's the purpose of all of this. So everything that's happening with you and your divine masculine is divinely orchestrated, I promise you, even if your mind questions it. All right, so your innermost feelings, divine feminine, what are your innermost feelings right now? You have the devil in reverse, divine feminine, which means that you are looking for something new and exciting, but you are also recovering from some kind of a traumatic type of situation. Maybe it's a relationship that you're currently getting out of, one that you've recently ended, or one that you're really seriously thinking of letting go. This could be coupled and combined with like family trauma, past relationship trauma. It's a lot of different things, but a period of rest and recovery is necessary for you. But part of that process is like having fun, learning to rediscover joy and your passions and your excitements, what's truly like fulfilling for you. You know, maybe the things that you've neglected, due to having to deal with a lot of these experiences, it's time to revive those and bring them back to the forefront of your mind. Use them as that creative force to kind of catapult you forward into the life that you truly want and desire. It's a rediscovery of yourself, divine feminine. Okay. So what is your twin flames, your divine masculines, innermost feelings? What are they going through internally right now? They are rediscovering with Three of Cups the importance of connection, the importance of being a part of something bigger than just yourself. They're learning and rediscovering empathy and compassion for themselves, and then the ability to be able to kind of like give that out to others. They're really, really realizing the importance of who you choose to be around has a major influence and effect on who you are as an individual. So they're really understanding the importance of not keeping toxic people around you and instead keeping people around you that truly love and support you. And it's definitely a symbiotic thing. So they're really recognizing the nature and the importance of close relationships and friends, and how important it is to really choose wisely when it comes to making these connections. All right, so for our next card here, what are the positive characteristics of the union between you and your divine masculine? Now remember, you are already in union with your twin flame. Why? Because, two bodies, one soul. You can't be out of union with your twin flame. Kind of going back to the hand analogy, you might be doing separate things, but you're not separate. You are part of the whole, okay? And, you are one aspect, your divine masculine and as another aspect, but you're all part of the same being. Okay, so what are the positive characteristics of you and your twin flames union? I love this, okay? 8 of Cups in reverse. This card stands for like fully learning from the past and someone returns home. This really embodies the connection that the two of you made when you met in the physical. Okay, you guys ignited something within each other, this newfound ability to be able to learn from the past and to see things from perspectives that you could not before. It ignites healing, and even though that might seem like traumatic and painful in the beginning, especially with the dark night of the soul, it is an initiation and purging process into that higher dimension of self-awareness and understanding. It is an ascension. And so you and your divine masculine give each other through this, it's like a mirroring, but it's not exactly like a regular mirror. It's kind of like a reverse mirror. I don't know how to explain it. I need to create a video about this to really break it down for you guys. But you do mirror each other, not exactly in the way that you would expect. But there's a great video from Aaron Abke that is called The Law of Reflection. I highly suggest, if you guys want to understand this, that you go and watch Aaron Abke's The Law of Reflection video. It caused me to have like a massive shift in my journey with my twin flame. And so this is something that I really, really recommend to the two of you, or not to the two of you, but for you to understand what this means to have this show up. Okay, you and your twin flame mirror each other, but not exactly like a mirror, okay? And I think that video is going to really kind of explain what I mean by that. But this is the beauty of the union between the two of you, is it is giving you guys this newfound ability to understand the deeper parts of self, right? To go within, especially you, divine feminine, because that's your role as the divine feminine, being the receptive polarity. You're experiencing that like source from within you. You're receiving that internal gift of enlightenment to the truth of who you are and to the truth of this connection. And, it is a return home. It is a return home. Home is where the heart is. And when you meet your twin flame and you have a Kundalini awakening, it is a giant heart opening. Okay? So what are the weak characteristics of the union between the two of you? What are the weaknesses that are being kind of worked on or observed? We have a Two of Pentacles, and it's kind of a feeling of indecisiveness and like kind of a choice between two, which is interesting because this just came up in Divine Feminine's reading yesterday, choosing between two. We see this a lot in the twin flame journey. Choices need to be made, and don't fret and worry about whether or not you're making the right or the wrong one. Regardless of what you choose, the universe is directing you toward your kingdom, so to speak, right? That kingdom that's already there for you. So you really can't screw this up. Everything that is being given to you is what you need in order to evolve so that you can get to that place of what you want, okay, what you truly desire. And so the weaknesses that you and your divine masculine have been facing together, they are really about kind of tuning into something deeper and letting your intuition guide you further into what you truly want. Like, logic and reason are extraordinarily important, and we don't forego them, but we can't only rely on them. Intuition, which is something in this world is often overlooked, which is the awakening of the divine feminine, is something that we really need to like hone in on and learn to use that skill, because it's going to create balance and harmony within the self. And when you have balance and harmony within you, then that is when external union takes place. And so the weakness that you guys are facing with this is maybe too many choices weighing on you, too many options, and feeling a sense of confusion about what's right and wrong. When you are in a place of confusion, it is okay. I want you to know that. Just give it more space and time, okay? If you're in a place of confusion, then you are really just meant to sit there for a little while. Just allow it to be there. It's not the right time to make a decision. You just allow it. You allow it that space, and then you wait through meditation, prayer, through synchronicities. The clarity and the answers will come to you. And why do I feel like I'm crooked here? I'm a little bit crooked. All right. Or maybe, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm getting all picky about my cards here. So, when you may feel like you're in a place of confusion, but that's okay. Just allow that space to be there. The answers and the clarity will come to you in time, okay? Especially when you're tuning into that intuition. All right, so what are outside influences for you and your divine masculine? Karmic kinds of situations. What are these karmic kinds of situations that you and your divine masculine are facing? Let's see. All right. All right. You have some people in your life that are creating disruption for both you and your divine masculine. It's a very immature energy, and they don't have, it's not necessarily 100% intentional. It's coming from a place of total ego and like self-preservation. But some of the influences that both of you guys are dealing with are people who don't want you or your divine masculine to change, because that means that there's going to be change in their life, which scares them. And so they have this need to try to control things in order to, feel like they're in control themselves, because, this is fear that's driving them. So it's not a very trustworthy source. that doesn't mean you don't have trustworthy sources in your lives. You absolutely both do. But there are definitely certain people that are very immature, have issues with power and control, and they're operating through that fear-based, egoic, perception of, how things should be. They don't want you and your divine masculine to change, coming together or, leaving relationships and things like that. They don't want that to change, They want to keep things as it is so that they can feel safe and secure. Even if they're not happy, they still want to feel that safe and secure, The unhappiness that sometimes is better than stepping out, or they find more comfort in that than stepping out on their own. And so a tower moment may be something that's necessary in order to break that connection. What is yet to be known? What is something between you and your divine masculine that is unknown to both of you that is yet to kind of be discovered between the two of you? Good things are coming your way, divine feminine, and for your divine masculine. 6 of Wands is a great card for this because it stands for victory, award, recognition, good news, and success. And this stands for, your journey, in my opinion, like the journey of the two of you together. You guys are performing different roles, just like my left and my right hand perform different roles for the body. You guys are performing different roles for the soul and the ascension of the soul. But reward and success and victory in this, shared mission between the two of you is inevitable. It is something that is going to continue to manifest for the both of you. And you guys are working together. Even sometimes when things feel off and it feels like you're not, you actually are. 2 sides of the coin, right? Both sides are valuable, whether it's lands heads up or tails up. It's still a valuable coin. So positive and negative experiences both play a valuable role in our life. Okay, so the next card here is, what are your goals? What are your shared goals? Okay, so these are actually your goals, divine feminine. And for this, we have 9 of Wands. So keeping and maintaining boundaries, being persistent in those boundaries is extraordinarily important on this journey, especially when it comes to your twin flame. You have to bring your mind and body into alignment with the outcome of the soul's desire, okay? And that means letting go of the ego's desire. It's the ego that's based and rooted in fear, and it's your soul that's rooted in love. And so to align with that, you have to let go of fears, which means sometimes you have to put boundaries up that are difficult to do. Sometimes, especially with our twin flames, if they're not showing up for us in a way that is in alignment with who we are and what it is that we truly need and desire in this world, if we don't put boundaries up, we're doing a disservice and, delaying something. And sometimes we don't put boundaries up because we're afraid of losing them, or we're afraid that they'll go be with someone else, or we're afraid that we'll never talk to them again. And so we don't put boundaries up, but it's extraordinarily critical that you honor yourself and love yourself. That's part of aligning with yourself, is honoring and loving yourself enough to put up boundaries and say no when something doesn't serve you well, okay? And that is not an easy thing for divine feminines to do. That's for sure. It's not an easy thing to do. But that is your goal right now. Your divine masculine's goal is this next card. So what is it that they're working on from the divine masculine's perspective, which is something that we're always curious about. Like, well, what is it that they have to work on? What is it that they have to do? We think to ourselves, why am I the one that has to do all the work? Well, I promise you're not the only one doing the work, okay? It's both of you. Just, again, it shows up differently, and your mind is the one that questions it because it doesn't get it. All right, your divine masculine's goals are to become more consistent and more nurturing, to be a person that is more available, and more open to healing and support, not only in receiving, but also giving. They need to have that receptive and giving like aspect of love and nurturing and support open on both sides to create a proper flow of energy. And one of these things might be blocked. Maybe they're great at giving love and, they're very much like service to others, but have a hard time taking it themselves. Maybe they don't feel worthy of it themselves. Or maybe it's the other way around. They could be a little bit narcissistic in tendencies and willing to take, but not so willing to give. And so whatever that is with your divine masculine, they're working on that. And that is what they've been tasked to do, is to kind of really open up that, heart chakra, that heart opening for themselves, and be receptive to love in the way that it's meant to be, okay? Meant to be experienced. Okay, so our next card for you guys is what is needed to achieve shared goals, okay? So you and your divine masculine's goals have kind of been laid out. What is needed in order for the two of you guys to be able to meet these goals? For this, we have 5 of Cups. Both of you need to let go of lack mentalities, fear, egoic perspectives that have been given to the both of you through trauma, and even trauma that could have been like through past lives, that are like samskaras that are still being brought up in current realities in order to transcend them. This process of awakening is about transcending the old and stepping out into the new. It's a rebirth, you guys. It's a resurrection into the spirit, the truth of who you really are. And that is what is necessary and needed in order for you guys to meet these goals, these expectations of self that you guys have, with each other, and really it's going to affect everything in your life. So letting go of old perspectives that don't serve you well, lack mentality, fear-based energy. Shared goals between the two of you. What are some goals that you both have between the two of you, where it's like a shared goal? I think this is an interesting card. A shared goal, which is 10 of Wands in reverse. This card stands for taking a break, fully saying no, freedom, and lightening up. Those are all things that have been brought up in this reading. Sometimes when we have periods of what we would call separation from our twin flame, those are moments that are given to us for periods of self-growth. And if your divine masculine needs it, then you need it. Or if you need it, then your divine masculine needs it. It's not something that is separate from one to the other. How things are showing up right now is exactly how they're meant to be showing up. And gaining faith and truly trusting that is the difficult part, because the mind has a different perspective on that. And that fear-based energy has a different perspective on that. So that time away from each other is often given to us in order to strengthen us. It may feel like we're breaking down in those moments, but again, it's a purging process, an initiation. It's the phoenix rising, being, burnt down to ashes and then rising up from the ashes, refreshed, renewed, stronger, and more, capable than we ever were before. So these periods of space that are given to you and your divine masculine are seriously just for that. It's just to give you guys what you need for spiritual, mental, and physical growth in this union between the two of you. All those planes correspond, okay? The outcome of the relationship, okay? The outcome of the relationship. I thought I was putting these cards together incorrectly, and I was. All right, so this is supposed to go here, 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 and here. Sorry, guys. It's kind of a new layout for me. All right, so this is your final card. What's the outcome of the relationship with you guys? What are we looking at here? Now, outcomes are never final, okay? Because we are eternal beings, so there can be no like finalized outcome. Everything is an ever-changing kaleidoscope of matter around us. But what is, what are we moving towards, I think is a better way of explaining this. What are you and your divine masculine moving toward as far as what's currently going on in your lives right now? And for this card, we have exactly what you guys were looking for. Stability. Stability in this sense is that when we go within and we find out that we are the source of our own love that we were seeking outside of ourselves, stability is created because then you become like the eye of the hurricane. The storm can be raging around you, but no matter how crazy and violent the storm is, you always remain the calm, peaceful center. And that's the purpose of the twin flame journey. So your experiences will continue, life will continue, but your experience of them will be from a place of like samadhi, nirvana, happiness, trust, abundance, and joy. Because you will have that higher knowledge, that higher calling that can see beyond the duality of this world. And that is something that you and your divine masculine will share together in this realm because of all of your hard work and patience. I'm going to pull you guys an oracle card really quick, and I hope you guys enjoyed this reading today. It really is my honor and pleasure to be here to do them for you. Let me know if it resonated, and if you guys liked it, okay? I tried different spreads here and there to see which ones you guys like. So if this is one that you really enjoyed, please let me know in the comments and we can keep doing it as a regular Sunday reading for you guys. We're always going to be doing the Divine Masculine readings on Sunday. But this is one where it's kind of a shared spread with the both of you. So it's definitely to give us insight into the twin flame relationship and connection between the two of you. And in order to do that, we have to see like our own relevance in it, right? Because that's the purpose of the divine feminine. It's that journey within, and it helps us to understand the journey without, right? The source of the reflection. You are the source of the reflection. Okay, even divine masculine is part of the reflection. All right, so here, let's see what we've got for you guys. All right, your card today is Capricorn. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm just looking at the artwork on this. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get into this and read it. Okay, so the symbol of Capricorn is the goat. Its traditional dates are December 22nd through January 19th. With the 13th zodiac incorporated. Its new dates are January 20th through February 16th. Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign, ruled by Saturn, and represents stoicism, strength of will, practicality, and determination. All earth signs have in common the need for security, both physical and emotional. What did we start out on, and what did we end on? A need for security, and then security found. Interesting. So earth signs have the common need for security, both physical and emotional, and all cardinal signs initiate. When Capricorn appears in your reading, it means that you must be the one to initiate an action that seeks security within the world or social order. Refer to Saturn, Earth cards for additional clarification. Now, this is so interesting because You are the one who has been initiated, divine feminine. So has your divine masculine. But again, you're the receptive polarity. So you're the one who has to seek the action for security. So you got to seek the security from within. Okay? So you're the initiate you are the one to initiate an action that seeks security within. And that is within the world or social order. But in order to what we've talked about, sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm just kind of trying to put this thought together at the same time. What we've talked about so many different times is, like in this card right here, the security that you're seeking, the love that you're seeking is found within. If we have a mirror and we look at the reflection, we might say to ourselves, well, that reflection is me. But that reflection isn't actually you. It's a reflection of you. The reflection is real. It does exist, but it's not the consciousness. It's just a reflection of the consciousness. So this world outside of us is kind of the same thing. If we want to change the way things are outside of us to create security within, that's like trying to change the way we look in a mirror by manipulating the mirror. You could break a mirror into 1,000 shards, but the reflection is going to continuously be the same no matter how much you try to manipulate the mirror. The only way to change the reflection in the mirror is to recognize the source of the reflection and change that. And that's what this card is directing you toward. That's what this whole entire reading has been directing you toward. And it's not just you, divine feminine, it's your divine masculine too. They're also going through this transformational process. They're also going through it along with you. So this is for both of you guys. Your divine masculine is starting to recognize how relationships work and how important it is to choose the right ones and to be careful who you choose to center yourself around. You're both figuring out how to have boundaries. You're both looking for security, and you're both going to and destined to find it when that inner union takes place. And these are the deeper esoteric wisdoms of the universe that you are discovering and being gifted with and shown, especially you, divine feminine. You're the one who's going through this on that subconscious level of like rediscovering the deep, true nature of who you really are as a soul. You are the source of the reflection, divine feminine. Okay? And your divine masculine is discovering that. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do it for you. Please like and subscribe. We're nearly to 1,000 subscribers. And don't forget, we have some specials going on right now. We have group calls that are phenomenal. Really, really love those. We have lessons and we talk about all kinds of great things, and the community is incredible. The wisdom that is shared is incredible, and the support that you get is incredible. Also, we have 40% off of all tarot readings and 10% off of personal coaching right now, and you can get the coupon codes for those in the description box below. So I would love the opportunity to work with you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys all next week for more divine masculine and divine feminine readings. Until then, take care. Blessings.